Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. As you know, on Friday, I do my Friday figures, which are just some interesting numbers that I've seen around the week and wanted to share with you. So, one of the things that I've been following is Dan Perdome does a weekly market report on Monday. And if you're not getting that, let me know. I can make sure you do. And he gives you, kind of what's happening week by week. And I thought it'd be helpful to take a step back and look at it from an overview, month by month, year by year, to kind of give some texture and background to some of the weekly numbers. So this chart right here shows sales by month. Now be clear, I'm only looking at Hilton Head Island. I take out Moss Creek and the Gatherings plus stuff up in Bluffton. I also only look at residentials and villas. I'm not looking at land. So this is truly house and condo sales, 2017 to 2019. And you can see the number of sales are on the y-axis. On the x, you see all the months, and I included an average over here. And I'll show you three charts and all of the same format. What you see is, the orange here is 2017, the gray 2018, and the yellow 2019. And as you see over the course of the year, our big selling period tends to be in the April, May, June area, right here, for the big months of the summer and after the lull of the winter. Then it kind of heads to an average period around here, and you would say this is the 180, kind of the number through the summer, and then it falls down again for October, November, December. Now this is our averages, and you're seeing about 180 is the average for 183 is the average for 2019, and our high 2019 is 249. So those are your average sales. You see the monthly, the seasonality of our sales, and it kind of feeds to the popularity of the island. This right here is when we have the Heritage Golf Tournament. We got a lot of global coverage. This is our coldest months down here, so there are fewer people on the island, so it makes sense. Now let's look what's happening in 2020 with COVID and the explosion of our real estate market here. So the blue now is the numbers for 2020. So if you remember, this was our high, this is our 2019. It was about 250. We're just blowing that away. These are the sales numbers for 2020, right? We're up at, COVID was really announced here in March. We were on average, and all of a sudden it just took off. As people found Hilton Head Island, they were no longer traveling internationally. They could work from home. All of these things were driving an explosion in our area and breaking all the averages and the seasonality. So the question was, what's going to happen in 2021? And that's what I've got for you here. So if you look, this is just 2020 versus 2021. So those big blues you saw were the 2020 numbers, and the green's 2021. So it's kind of what we see happening is 2021, these green ones here, we really were just cruising and beating out the previous years. And it was a continuation of what we saw at the end of last year. The question is, are these green numbers going to continue to decline? They're going to come back, or, they're going to stay kind of on an average here of the 258. And if you've been listening to Dan, he's kind of predicting that what we're going to see is this is going to decrease. And I think our total number of sales in 2020 were about 2,800. And if you take these numbers right here, they're probably going to average out in this area and come up with almost the exact same number. So 2020 sales of residents and villas on Hilton Head was about 2,800 sales. You're going to probably see roughly that same number, but that is 30%, both 20 and 21. That's 30% higher than what we've seen in the previous year. So it's sustaining at a 2,800 level. But what it is showing that the market's beginning to normalize at a higher level, but it's beginning to decrease. And that's what we're seeing here. This was our high, and now we're going to continue down. And even if we go in here, we're still lowering. And it's showing that the market's beginning to normalize, inventory's building. And again, as you saw from last week, I was showing how the market, if you look back in all the real numbers, is not really overvalued. There's some areas that are overvalued, but it is still the right time to buy right now. And we don't see it kind of declining. We see it plateauing. So if you want more information, don't hesitate to look me up and like and share the information, and have a great weekend.